Ah, Blob. Blob will get his ire. Oop, we do have something south there, so we'll wait here. Run, run. Library. Quits. Alright. Alright, big blob room. Don't want to deal with big blob room. Fun mode. Sure, I wait. Alright, gotta remember that there's a dangerous turret right there. Yeah, that was my bad. I totally forgot that security guards don't get shot by the turrets. A lot of good food in a really close area, though, so that was good. Now, though, we got the problem with the arm getting pretty messed up. We should probably just stay here for a bit, do some reading until we're tired, and then get some sleep. I don't want to risk getting a broken limb. Not with the current sleep or current healing rates and having poor healer trait on top of it. So, gotta get used to this. The problem is, when I'm running around, been tending to loot, and I've got all these backpacks on my dodge tanks, and the dodge is my only defense, because I'm naked. Every single thing can hit me for full damage. So the damage hurts a lot worse when you're playing naked. So that's the danger I have with this character, is that if I have carry capacity to loot, then I tank my dodge skill, and then I'm susceptible to any damage that does come around. Alright, let's focus is bad, of course. I gotta fix that. Get rid of both of those. One liter. Good enough. Alright, let's get our focus back up. Morale enhancement device. Reloaded! Gotta remember the smartphone can do music. I always forget about that. Alright, let's read a Western novel for a bit. Oh, are we back into it taking forever to do anything? Apparently we are. That's not. Yeah, for no reason whatsoever, we're back into really super slow mode. Hate it. Alright. I am not gonna be working on computers right now. What do we need to work on? Some of them are too big to pick up, are they? Still too big to pick up. Alright, mechanics. Keep working on mechanics so I can get the vehicle stuff done. Hey, melting point. Well, thank you very, very much. Really appreciate that. That is perfectly fine. Appreciate any kind of support you can provide is always greatly appreciated. Melting pot. Glad you found the game helpful, or the episodes helpful. It was my main goal when I first started doing the original tutorial series was I knew there was a fun game in there, and I got really frustrated when I was trying to learn the game a couple years ago, and it was so hard to get information or just guides on the early part of the game to stay alive. And I spent a ton of time watching videos of people play just to figure out one particular thing, how to do it. And I'd have to watch like 6 hours of playthroughs to see them do something and teach me how to do it. That's what kind of led to the quick tip and the university series. And it just kind of spiraled from there. Yep, category select is the tab key. How do you sort items by category? So when you have your inventory open, or the advanced inventory open, if you do the S key, you then can choose what category or what sorting method you'd like to use. 90% of the time I'm in category mode. If I'm trying to figure out what I need to drop because of volume or weight issues, I'll switch to showing me the highest volume items instead. So I can see volume is now the most important factor, or I'll sort by weight if I need to drop something that weighs a lot. So now weight is the deciding factor. Most of the time I'm in category mode. I just hit S and C really fast, so you don't usually see me do it. But when you first start the game and you open your inventory, advanced inventory screen, I almost always just immediately hit SC to sort it by category. Then when you're doing mass drops and you've got a whole bunch of things, you want to drop them all, just hit the tab key and you can light up the entire column at once. Makes it way faster. Or you can light up the column, then turn it off and say, nope, I'd rather keep that and that, but drop everything else. Or nope, turn it all off, turn it all on. Tab key. All of this stuff is in my quick tips. What was I doing? I was trying to figure out what book to read. That's what I was doing. Where do we keep focusing our attention? Now that we've got the jackhammer, the computer science is less important. I need mechanics so I can get the vehicles modded, but I also need fab so I can get like the cestus made. If I get the, I think that's one out of the medieval book. I may not even be able to make that. Tailoring is not as important because I can't wear clothes. I think either mechanics or fab is what I'm going to work on. I think I'll do fab first. So 3 to 6, 30 minutes with no fun factor. 3 to 5, 3 to 4, still same time frame. Yep, this would be the best one. Alright, so we'll do this one. Get some yummy foods real quick too. We'll have some plus 10 toastum, some plus 15 toastum, some pretzels, and chocolate bar. Alright, feeling a little better now that we've got a nice supply of a few things. Alright, so we got a little bit of a negative morale from the hoarder factor, but that'll help take care of that. Focus is okay. Read away. This is going to take a little bit. Oh my god, this is what I hate. I just... read a single chapter in this book is going to literally take 5 minutes of real life time. I may have to abandon this lab just because of this. I'll have to back. Well, that won't work either, because if they surround the vehicle completely, I won't be able to move it. I'm not sure how I'm going to get out of here. This is just ridiculously slow. This should just be speeding by, but it's doing some kind of calculation issues. Even though I have Z levels turned off, I think it's still dealing or doing something with the fungus and the blobs upstairs. Because being on the first floor of the lab, there's not this much activity that should cause this kind of slowdown. This is ridiculous. I should have already finished this and done 3 other books by the time this one's going to finish up. We tried saving and loading, and turning the safe mode on and off, and it hasn't really helped all that much. I have found through my Cataclysm adventures, every once in a while, I'll hit an area of the world, and it's limited to a small world section where it's just super slow. Even in a wide open field with one building that I set up a base in that had absolutely nothing for like, I don't know, 15, 20 map squares, it was still super dog slow. No underground structures, no fungal nearby, no nothing that should have been causing calculation problems, but still, for some odd reason, there's something going on in the code that caused time to pass super slow in that location. I've had it happen 4, maybe 5 times, and usually ended up moving out pretty quick, because nothing fixed it. So, this may be one of those. It's definitely not a computer performance thing. Not even remotely. Not on this machine. Let's see. Not tired yet. Focus did drop. You were saying not on the advanced inventory, so the E screen, so on this screen. You don't? there's you can hit the tab key to tab, but yeah, it doesn't really. That's just tabbing down the list. It mostly organizes on its own. Yeah, people have been saying that about CBMs for a long time. It's definitely moved away from the Superman gameplay, so that's basically the way I've been terming it. It's no longer a Superman game, now it is an everyman game. So, no more start the game and an advanced player being a cyber mutant god striding the earth after 30 days of gameplay. So, lots of stuff is getting nerfed. Mutagens have gotten nerfed, CBMs have been nerfed 4 or 5 times by this point. So, the new things about CBMs, if you're not aware, is when you dissect CBMs, assuming you bother, given the fail rates that are now in and such, and the 45-minute time it takes, if you do dissect and you get a CBM, it comes out of the body dirty or filthy, as well as needing mending. So you have to use some tools and some time to mend it. Then you have to clean it with a sponge. Then you have to stick it in an autoclave for sterilization. And there's 2 different versions of the autoclave, a furniture version and a portable version. The portable one apparently uses like a heavy atomic battery, the entire battery charge for a single use, for a single CBM. Then, after you've done all that, you'll have a clean, sterilized, ready-to-go CBM that you can then go install. So, you gotta find sponges, you gotta find autoclaves, then you gotta go through a big old process with a whole bunch of power in order to get a CBM workable from dissection. Which, from a logical standpoint, fine. I understand it. That's all fine. I don't really have an issue with it, but I got over my Superman phase quite a while back, so I've already had my fun with 20,000 CBM power and 50 CBMs installed and all the mutations and all that. I've already done that kind of gameplay and kind of drifted away from it long ago, so these changes don't affect me all that much. My issue is still just the reported fail rate. I just want that number to actually mean something. The map memory thing, though, that is bothering me. The sepia tone. My eyes and brain are still not adapting to it. Still not tired. So long. All right, let's give this a try. I don't think it's going to do anything, but we'll give it a try. No, you're not going to have the Superman option very much longer. The core gameplay is moving away from that style. It's not really going to be a choice. Somebody's going to have to do some pretty major modding if you're going to want to try to go back to that kind of gameplay. It definitely won't be an option in the game where you can just flip a setting in the options menu. It's going to be a total conversion mod type thing if you're going to want to go back to the glory days of having all the CBMs and all the mutations quickly and easily. Okay, let's have some more happy foods. No, still seems about the same. Alright, back to slow reading the book. Guess that gives me a chance to keep up with chat. What time is it? How long have we been going? A little over 3 hours. Another big change or nerf to the CBMs occurred recently that I haven't heard too many people complain about, because I don't think too many people get to that point in the gameplay, but banks have basically been cleared out. I think the only CBMs that appear now are the alloy ones. I may be wrong about that, but all that fancy high-tech stuff is out of the banks now, so banks are fairly useless to go into anymore, unless they've changed things again, but that's essentially another nerf, because that's where a lot of the high-power rare CBMs used to be hanging out. Oh god, this time frame sucks. I like how I'm still maintaining being overweight. Oh yeah, I gotta throw on the old earplugs. Alright, off to sleep we go. Yeah, I think the alloy platings are the ones that are still in the banks. That was it. Was it the CBM or was it just the alloy plating? The super alloy, I think, can still be there. But I thought the plating was there too. I know there's one type of CBM that I thought I read in the change log that it said was still there. I haven't actually been to it, a bank, to double check. Just the plating, yeah. However. Nope, no power armor and banks anymore. None of that stuff. It's just gold, jewelry, cash, that kind of stuff. And like I said, I think one of the CBMs. That's it. Power armor's gone from there. CBMs are gone from there. Really not a whole lot of point in going to the banks. Not like previously, anyway. Do. This is fun. God dang it, I hate it when this happens. Oh yeah, starting in Spring Day 30 has been in the plans for quite a while. That's not news. That's old news. It's just, did they actually? Is it in yet? If it's not in yet, I don't care. It's not news that they're planning on doing it. We've been waiting for them to actually get it done for a long time now. Got merged today. With about 5 minutes worth of instruction from me, nobody should be having a problem with frozen anything anyway, so whatever. All the people that cry about, why is my water bottle frozen? How come I can't drink anything on day one? Well, learn the game, about 5 minutes mechanics work and getting some particular things together, and you don't have a problem. So, whatever. It's not really going to impact anything for anybody that already knows how to play the game. It'll ease the frustration of brand new players a tiny bit, and not having to deal with the frozen quite as bad. But beyond that, no big deal. Oh, we finally woke up. Hallelujah. Still overweight. Alright, not going to worry about eating. We're turgid, so not going to worry about drinking. Focus fairly well sucks. I went to bed with the MP3 player running again. Let's take another hit of our morale enhancements. And pick up one more book. That didn't really help. Too big. A little bit over. God, everything is... There we go. That'll work. Alright, get rid of that morale problem. When you say Discord earlier, how much earlier? I've been live streaming for 3.5 hours. So, no, I have not seen Discord in the last 3.5 hours. A little hard for me to go read my Discord when I'm live streaming. Prior to that, I probably saw it. Maybe. There were like 600 new messages in my Discord when I got back from taking my afternoon siesta. And I didn't really have a chance to scroll through 600 messages. Alright, let's keep doing fab. I've already had my big ol' rants about the infection problem. I've ranted about it on stream a few times. I've chimed in on Reddit posts about the problem and so on. The issue, in a nutshell, is that if you have an infection that gets deep enough into the nasty stages, where it's a deeply infected whatever, and maybe you have some other issues like the flu or whatever going on, what happens is that you end up in a cycle of non-stop interruptions where you can't literally pass time in the game. Every single thing you try to do instantly is interrupted. You can't sleep to let time pass. You can't read to let time pass. You can't use the wait command to let time to pass. There's no way to disable the messages. There's no way to keep them from occurring. And you just end up in this cycle of slamming your forehead against the continue key on your keyboard over and over and over and over and over again. And you just can't get time to pass. You'll never actually have anything happen to either get out of it if you beat the infection, or actually die, because you're going to have to hit the keyboard continue key a couple 100,000 times before either thing occurs. So it's just something that happens when you get deep into the infection process, and even if by a miracle you survive it, once that cyclone of interrupts starts, it just drives you insane trying to deal with it. So that is the issue. It's an interface issue. And like I said, I've complained about it a number of times, both on camera and Discord and Reddit and so on. So my position is pretty well known. I am aware. I have had it happen to me, and I have yelled and screamed about it. Alright, so we got Fab 5. That seemed to go a little faster. I'd like to get at least a 6. I think that'll unlock a few things. Either don't have the skill or the book for the Cestus. It's kind of what I would like to use for my melee weapon, for my unarmed style, if we keep with that. Healing is still going on. Still got some bandage and disinfectant, so we're getting that back up again. My pet peeve right now is people that just refuse to actually learn the new healing mechanics and pay attention when people try to instruct them on how to do it properly. And they just cry and cry and cry about healing. I mean, I'm playing with a new healing, and I'm playing with slow healer or poor healer in addition. I'm not having a problem healing. I mean, I've got some first aid now because I focused on it, but throw some bandages on, throw some disinfectant on, raise your first aid, you're good. It's not hard. All this 3 week to heal up from one hit point hysteria that people keep quoting is just stupid nonsense, and it gets me irritated when I have to correct people for the 50th time. Alright, normal weight. Alright, we better eat something. Let's add some cheese, and some pretzels, and some more Toastums. Some milk balls, and a chocolate bar. We're good. More reading. Let's just keep slamming this stuff out. No particular reason to do anything else. Yeah, I haven't done Aftershock, haven't done Cata++, haven't done Crazy Cataclysm. Is this thing moving? Oh my god, it slowed down even more. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Well, anybody have questions while we sit here and wait? I guess I could do an impromptu new player Cataclysm DDA Vorm has opinions session while we watch me sit here and gaze in wonder at how slow the game's moving. The other day, found the book for the Black Dragon armor. Already started to check every swamp I see. Managed to get 10 scales by now. Cool. I got the book. I don't have any Black Dragons, though. I don't know how tough they are. Don't tell me. I want to get my ass kicked fair and square. But, yeah, I haven't found any Black Dragons yet. I haven't actually gotten to read the book yet, other than just the description. Yeah, they fixed the recipe hiding thing a while back. You shouldn't have that problem anymore if you pay attention to the actual crafting screen. It tells you on the screen how to actually fix that, but nobody ever notices. No, you can't make anything work for you. When it gets angry, it goes berserk and it attacks everything. So, kraken, mooses, meese, all that kind of stuff. Not much you can do to utilize that other than get farther away than whatever you want them to be attacking. Any tips for playing Magiclysm? The big tip is to make sure you take the greater mana sensitivity? Whatever the greater mana one is. Make sure to take that. It's 2,000 flat extra mana. It's massive. So make sure you take the greater mana thing from the starting character gen. Above everything else, high intelligence and take that greater mana thing. It is just a massive upgrade to the amount of mana you'll have available. Oh, it's not nearly enough. Most of the characters I've had that I've taken it when I was testing Magiclysm specifically, I was around 36 to 3,800 most of the time. It disappears really, really fast, which is what it's supposed to do. I mean, it's essentially balanced against guns. So the things you can do with mana or magic and mana is essentially balanced about to what you would do with a gun, damage-wise and experience learning-wise and all that. So that's how roughly they balance it. So we made it to 6. Yay. Yay us. I have to make some clean water soon. Not quite yet. 3 players still burning down that battery. Let's take another bump on the old morale enhancement device. So is this character spawned in or broke into the lab? We walked in with an ID card from the outside. Problem we have is the outer area of the lab is just massively infested with it started out infested with fungal. We released some blobs from a room in the upper floor, and now it's just massively infested with blobs and fungal. So yeah, the upstairs is a pretty big mess right now. Have they changed the basic walk cost? No, you started your game with quick, which gave you 10% extra speed. So, unless, well, if you're talking about walk cost or speed, I need to know. But no, well, your walking is usually about that. It depends on your footwear too. So, whether you got shoes on or not, and all that good stuff. There's a lot of variables that could be accounting for it. What mods would you like to see that haven't been done yet? No idea. I don't really think through that kind of stuff. I just play whatever they give me. I stick pretty fairly close to the vanilla game for the most part. I don't play too much of the heavier, bigger mods that are kind of way out of balance. A lot of stuff in them, but not much in the way of actual balance. Quick does not reduce costs. Quick gives you 10% bonus to your action point pool. So your speed rating is your action point pool. It has nothing to do with reducing costs. Quick gives you more points to spend every round. So normally you have 100 base speed without any kind of modifiers or adjustments. With Quick, you have 110 points to spend each round. It's not a modifier or a multiplier or anything for the costs. The costs are separately created from other things. Things like Fleetfoot. So 15% speed bonus on sure footing. Things like tough feet when you don't have shoes on, so you receive no movement penalty for not wearing shoes. So there's lots of things that can cause it. You also have to check this list because there are things in here, like right now, speed -2. Chili reduces speed, but I mean, you could have some other effect that's causing movement cost changes. It's too hard to diagnose. I'd have to ask too many questions. No rollerblades on my nudist. I have a self-imposed restriction because of our nude lifestyle where I can't wear anything that's got greater than 30 coverage. So no shoes, pretty much of any kind. Maybe sandals would fit into that, but that's specifically why I took the tough feet option. So I wouldn't be taking the movement penalty while I didn't have shoes on. Alright, so we made it to 6. We've got... I probably should go to the bow stuff for the nudist. I really should. Just been forever since I did it, and I've really been waiting for them to finish up all the changes to the bows and the arrow damage stuff. One of these days I gotta do a quarterstaff run. Lots of people say quarterstaff is the biz, but I've never had luck with the quarterstaff. Just the few times I've tried it, I just wasn't impressed. I was probably doing it wrong. Oh, look at that. Armed guards. Armed guards. So, we've got quite a few things available now. Healing's not quite there yet. We're going to do one more sleep cycle. I'll throw a few more bandages and disinfectant on, make sure we get maxed out, and then we'll go wandering the lab again. Or we can go pop open the barracks in the library, see what we get. So let's do that. We're tired. Let's just get that taken care of. Activate! More of the bandaging. But yeah, I don't expect the... one of the reasons why I don't lobby for... or make recommendations or anything for changes to the game is my viewpoint is pretty skewed from most people's, and I don't have any desire or intent or want them in any way to balance the game to me and my playstyle. Wouldn't be appropriate. So I do my thing, I educate where I can, I make my opinions known, and I explain my position and why I think that way, but beyond that, that's as far as I take it. I let other people do all that other stuff. Let's go ahead and leave this stuff out here too. Alright, we're done with that book. Keep the medicine, keep the other gear. I'll get the rest of it when we wake up. We've got bandages and disinfectant going on for the most damaged parts. Still got the earplugs in. Alright, here we go with another question and answer section. Off to sleep. Oh, I got a save game right in the middle of my sleep process. Oh, good old Acid Rain. I don't think I played when Acid Rain was in the vanilla game. I only encountered Acid Rain through PKR. Even then, it was only in for a period of time, then got either turned off or removed or something. That was fun. It was always, I'd move away from my shelter, and as soon as I was the farthest possible distance between any kind of cover, that's when the Acid Rain would start. It was pretty funny. PK was a nerfed version. Yeah, Acid in the vanilla game's older than my play. I've only been playing for a couple years. Just about back up to full health. So that took, what, 2-3 days to go from almost broken to full? No problem. That's with poor healer on top of the changes to the healing stuff. Okay, we are hungry, normal weight, so we should probably start getting some actual food in us. Have some cheese, some almonds. Finish off the Neckos. And fruit leathers. Alright, that should be good. Leave that stuff behind. I need the axe, I need the backpacks, and I need the jackhammer. Oh, I need to take a gun too. Gotta make sure I take a gun. M4? I think the M4 would probably be best. Hoping we don't get Kevlar zombies or anything. M4 is going to have a hard time penetrating. I don't have enough rounds for this, and it's damage, so the damage values are really low. Yeah, I think the M4. Alright, hopefully that's enough. Okay, we got the jackhammer and all that. We got plenty of carry space, but I got some strength on this guy, so We can carry the jackhammer around without being right on the edge of our weight capacity like I am with a lot of my characters. That's always fun. It helps that I'm naked. I don't have to carry all my clothing around or any of that stuff. I think the library first. We'll go south to the library, and then we'll pop back up north and check the barracks. And we'll keep exploring after that. I'm hoping to get good re-up on some ammo. Get some MREs. Either Mr. Scientist. How about you just follow me back in here? Alright, so I know I've got the turret to worry about. Right there. We can go around the far side, though. Whoops! Whoa! What the hell? That looks funny. Huh. Well, where'd they get that turret from? Because did I go all the way around this way last time? I'm pretty sure I came up through here. So where did they relocate that turret from here all the way around? Or is that a different turret that was... It couldn't have been here. No, because I came through here, then down. That's got to be this turret from here. How? They can push it. When it runs out of bullets, there's nothing it can do, and they can push it. That's kind of funny, though. I'm scared. Well, now it would be shooting these guys because there's only one security guard, so it would definitely be shooting all these other guys. So something weird's going on. Go to run mode. We'll hop on the chair and keep moving. They're all just gonna keep sitting there and admiring the turret. So that's entertaining. I'd love to get the turret deactivated and take it with me, but not friendly. Not gonna happen. Yeah, let's just ignore that cluster for now. That was kind of funny though, stepping through the door into that group. Yeah, there's no light over here now, so it was that turret. That's funny. Alright, so this is the library computer. We're not going to try to hack it. I probably could hack it if I had... Computer 3 can get into libraries, but no point. We got a jackhammer. So much easier. Oh yeah! My problems of nutrition are solved. I can live forever. Not technically forever in a lab, but I can live for so long in labs. Look at that pile of goodies, though. That is quite the pile. What do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 shelled nuts. Alright, I'll take the jerky. And I'll take the milk balls. 4 boxes of milk balls. That is just ridiculous. Alright, what do we got? Got the first responder, craft beginners there. There's that advanced physical chem book I knew I wouldn't have to go pick up. Gun owners and pitching a 10. Sure, I guess. I already got the computer books. I already got Fletcher. And do I have Fletchers? I remember now. I do have Fletchers. I do have the Italian book. Alright, so, well, that's it. But, yeah, that was a pretty good haul. A couple books we can use and a boatload of food. Guess I should take out the earplugs. Alright, let's go around that nonsense just cuz. Alright, I can go around the the fire. Sort of, maybe? Let's peek downstairs real quick while we're here. Alright, peek downstairs. That's kind of handy. Puts us right into another barracks room. Somebody wandering around the area. Bionic vault, not a barracks. It's one of these weird double door ones. Not sure where whoever destroyed all this stuff wandered off to. Yeah, they're just gone. Danger with jackhammering your way into bionic vaults is there could be a turret inside. And it won't go away if you don't hack the computer successfully. So you gotta be prepared, line of sight wise, to deal with that eventuality. So in this setup, I would destroy the computer, stand in this spot, jackhammer that door. That way, worst case, if a turret showed up, like here, I could step around the corner quickly. Because 2 spaces would get me out of range, and in run mode, that would be enough. Then I'd stand here to get through that door. So I could, again, step around the corner. So positioning is important. You got to assume there's a turret with a light source that'll pop open when you hit the door. But we're not going to work on that right now. So, we're going to go around the fire like so. Now, though, I have to decide. Run around and break all the lights? Or... that would be the safest thing by far. Yeah, I need to break these lights. Too dangerous going after a barracks with all these lights. Alright, so... it's at least very dark all the way to there. Yes, oop, not quite. You gotta go too. I need a path that stays very dark all the way to this door. That's my retreat path. Alright, we're good now. Why do areas out of line of sight look so weird, and why don't your sound alerts work? The lights, because they changed the color coding for the map memory. It's now got this ugly sepia color that every single person hates. Not one person has had a kind thing to say about this color change for the map memory feature. So that's why. It's not a conscious choice on my part. If you update, this is what you get. I believe they are planning on making it either optional or configurable. I'm not sure when that'll occur, or if my memory is correct. But yeah, we're all stuck with this ugly sepia color. So it happened over the weekend. I don't know exactly which build it was, but yeah. And the sound alerts, I don't know why the sound alerts aren't working. Let me go pop over to my... oops. Alright, come on. I haven't done anything to turn them off that I'm aware of. There. Let's see. When you say they don't work, they're not letting you use them, or they're letting you use them and then it's not showing on screen. I need to know which problem I'm dealing with, because it's 2 different things that I would need to look at. I am not sure. Didn't modify anything in regards to that, so... The other notifications are popping just fine. Trying to get to... God damn it. What is going on with... You have some weird stuff going on. Give me 1 second here. I think I might know where it's coming from. Well, that's interesting. Alright, I believe sound alerts should work now. What happened was I scrunched up my my streaming software screen, and I can't see the sound alerts. Well, a button got pushed, and because of the configuration of the screen, it's not showing me the button, so I couldn't see that the button got pushed. So, apologize for the folks that did the sound thing and it didn't alert on screen. I believe it is now fixed. Yeah, we'll find out. Alright, yeah, that was my bad. Thank you very much for the folks that did utilize that. Yitter and attack. Yeah, I don't have a way of manually forcing it. Not sure why it kicked into the big one. Oh, did somebody pick the big one when I wasn't looking? Yeah, this is the big long one. I was on that screen clicking buttons when this fired off. I thought I clicked it. I did. The explosion you heard first was me doing that manually, and then it instantly kicked into the Hulk theme. I didn't realize that Yitter kicked off the Hulk theme for us. Yeah, if you haven't heard this one before, this is actually a sound file in Cataclysm. I've never heard it in game. It's there, but I've never heard it triggered. I don't know how you get it to do it, but I found it, and that's what we're using for this sound effect. I can't bang my head too hard because the headphones will go flying. It's not done yet. Yeah, I have no memory where no idea where it might have come from originally. I was just digging through the sound files in Cataclysm when I set up my sound alerts, and this one seemed appropriate for a Hulk attack. Alright. There we go. That was the Hulk theme. So yeah, I fired off the explosion. That was I forget who picked that one. And then I think Tack did a gibbed. I think you might have done 2 of them. I forget. I saw the list and then it's already gotten out of my brain. Alright, that's enough for looking at that stuff. My bad though. That was, I had apparently hit a button and couldn't see the button after I'd hit it, which due to me scrunching my screen up. So, blame that one on the Vorm. Get these other things out of my way now. Get back to business. Getting killed by a grenade-chucking robot inside this barracks. Oh, I hear mechanical whirring. That's not good. That is not good noise. Now I gotta think about this. Yeah, that is not good. I don't have extended night vision. I don't have goggles or anything like that. Good sources of leather. It's always been car chairs, car seats. You got the tools and a scale. Dismount car seats and then chop them up. Deconstruct or butcher for leather. That's by far the easiest sorts. If you're limited in your ability to do that, then I'm preferable, or my preference is combat boots because they give both Kevlar and leather. Yeah, I think we got one of the grenade-chucking robots in here, and I don't have a real good way of dealing with it. That mechanical whirring is going to be one of the robots, and it's not fighting anything. I'm not hearing any other zombies in there that would distract it for me. I don't think I can afford to try to go in here. I don't have a good solution for this situation. I just don't have the night vision range. One, two, three. Not nearly enough. Not even 4 is enough. Take off my safety glasses to get my 4th. Technically, I could, but it takes time to aim and shoot, in which time he could step forward and get into range and see me and start chucking grenades at me. Nah, I don't have the skills for EMP or anything like that. I'm a long way off from doing that. Ideally, I just need sight range. Low light goggles would be the best. I'm not going to get much of a chance to get improved night vision through mutations or anything like that. Means I'm gonna need to hope to find barracks elsewhere in the lab that doesn't have grenade chucking robot, and I can kill soldiers and check their gear for light amp goggles. That would be ideal. That would basically make the lab trivial as soon as I can expand my night vision out a little bit further. Yeah. This is exactly why I destroyed all these lights, is because if I hadn't noticed or heard that message, that noise, I wouldn't know there's a robot in there. And I could pop the door and he could be standing right there, and I'd either get highlighted by the computer glow, if I hadn't already taken care of it, or by the lights out here as soon as I open the door. So that's why it's important to control your environment, control your lighting, and make sure if you're going to go into somewhere dangerous that you have a clear, dark retreat path. The #1 rule in labs is light is death. So be very, very cautious and careful anywhere there's light, especially if you're moving into unknown areas. And primarily barracks. Barracks are the big one.